What's going on? It's Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I seen the joke that they had popping off with Shannon Sharpe when he was getting up out of the truck or whatever, you know, and he had the green outfit. And I seen the funny stuff and all of that. I think that was pretty hilarious. It was pretty funny to watch him get out of the truck and then see the reactions. But I think one of the problems with us a lot of times is that we take that serious. Like, we really start taking stuff serious. And I think that it's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? Because it continues to perpetuate the narrative that black men are gay. Now, again, I'm all for a good joke. I'm cool with it. Y'all got to excuse the wind a little bit. I'm all for a good joke because it was funny. It was hilarious. I was cracking up. I even seen one guy do a parody of it. And it was pretty funny. But I think that we got to be careful with then leaning into that narrative and acting like he really gay, right? Because we love to spread rumors about something. We love to say that once people get to a certain level of success, now they switched over, now they part of the Illuminati, now they part of the movement, now they an industry plan or something. And I just think that it's genuinely jealousy, right? I think that there's a lot of people that be jealous of other people that wind up getting to the spaces that either they feel like they deserve, or you cross over from being an underdog. And once you cross over from being an underdog, it switches from I'm okay with you being successful to now I kind of resent the fact that you went over into a different level. Because we only comfortable with people living in the spaces that we create for them in our head. It's not enough for you to be successful on your own, right? We can't just continue to give people their flowers and be happy for them. I remember when Shannon, when he was on Undisputed, I think that's the name of the show, Undisputed, and everybody was rocking with Shannon, especially considering that Skip was the top dog at the time, right? And then they was going against ESPN, so as long as they had that slight underdog status, people was cool with Shannon. They rooted for him, they advocated for him, they was rocking with him, they was happy when he left, and then he started to win. The minute that he did the Cat Williams interview, that was the first time that I started seeing people assume or say stuff about his sexuality. And I'm telling you, it happens to almost every single black man that gets a level of success, and then people start questioning their sexuality, and I don't understand that. And then they'll take every picture, every way that they dress, every man bag. It don't have to necessarily be true. The only thing that has to be true is that the rumor can start to percolate. And it's not just with regard to the sexuality. It could be anything. It could be their nationality. It could be whether or not they're an industry plant. Now all of a sudden they planted there in order to be successful. People just don't believe that you can work hard, that you can stand for something. How come none of these rumors was a thing? Or all of this stuff was popping off where people would scrutinize every single picture? And to some extent, you just got to expect it. Like, you got to know that there's going to be people that don't like you. It's going to be people that disagree with you. It's going to be people that, you know, think something is wrong with you, that never checked for you before. It's going to be people that watch you to see you lose. That's some crazy shit. It's crazy as ever. I call it the Mayweather effect, in that people either going to watch you to see you win or they're going to watch you to see you lose. And then the bigger you get, the more you're going to have people that watch you to see you lose, because the core people that was rocking with you in the beginning, they already there. So when you see people that was really for Shannon before you start crossing over into the million mark, the 1.5 million mark, before he had multiple different platforms that was killing it, and before he started really showing his life and flying private, as long as, listen, when they say wealth whispers, it only whisper because they don't want you to know that they got money, because they know that with you knowing that they have money, then you're going to start hating on them. Or when they knowing that you got success, then you're going to start hating on them. As long as you project humility, right? Think about it, right? When you think about certain rappers, or when certain people get successful, a lot of people can't wait for them to fall. One of the people that I think that did it perfectly, beautifully, was J. Cole. Because then, you know, the more that he got or the more successful he became, the more you seen him riding bikes, and he became more earthy and, you know, forget the system, and I'm going back regular, and I don't care about, you know, doing all of that. It's almost like a balance that you got to have, but then at the same time, you know, promoting and living your life like an open book, it works at first, but then it becomes a sentiment against it because people only want to see you in one way. I even remember myself, right? As long as I was showing, take my daughter to work day and all of that, and, you know, I always showed my cars or my lifestyle or whatever relatively, but as long as it was a Mustang, didn't matter if it was a 5.0, didn't matter if it was just a simple 5.0 GT or something like that. As long as it was a little Cadillac, it was cool. But the minute that you start getting the Porsche, you get the Mercedes, or you start showing a little bit more wealth, then it's, man, you bragging too much. So wait a minute, it was cool for me to show my lifestyle as long as it fit your narrative or it closely aligned with what you was going with. No matter the fact that the message never changed, regardless of the fact that we still, you know what I'm saying, showing you and showing the failures, the successes. I watched the video, and I'm gonna actually review the video tonight, so I hope you leave it up. I watched the video of a guy that was talking negatively about me, and he said this. He said, Anton, people not against you. They're about to crash. He said, people not necessarily against you. They just want to know if you really gonna respond under duress the way that they think, that the way that you portray yourself to be. So they want to see somebody run up on you. They want to see this. They want to see if you're going to fail. They want to see what's going. It's like, why would you want to see a nigga fail? I've never in my life wished failure on somebody. I could absolutely not like you. It is people that I do not like because I think that they are bad for the culture. They're bad for the community, all of that, right? And I'm not vocal about it. But I don't want to see them go to jail. I don't want to see them not be able to feed their family. I don't want to see them crash out. I don't want to see nothing happen to their, you know what I'm saying, to their wife or their daughter or their sons or their grandparents. Man, I see people wish some crazy stuff on people, and it's insane to me. It's insanity, and it's like, have we become so toxic as a culture to where we can't wait for something negative to come out about somebody? And I think that Shannon Sharpe is experiencing it more now than he ever have in his football career, than he ever have when it came to any take that he was taking on First Take. I think that he's experiencing it, and I think he's having trouble with it. That's the biggest thing. I don't think that he knows how to handle it correctly, as well as he probably anticipated being able to handle it. And that's becoming a problem for it. Even so much so, I seen Ocho Cinco say, yeah, man, we gonna handle it, or we gonna deal with it, or whatever, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Yo. Some stuff you just don't have to respond to. Some stuff you do because you see the benefit in responding to it, but other things, I think that you don't have to respond to it. You could just stay away from it because it doesn't benefit you, because you can't fight everybody. And so if it's beneficial as far as you getting into a debate or it yields more views or something, all right, I get it. I could rock with it. But if you just keep responding to every little thing, they still not gonna believe you. They still not gonna not hate on you. They still not gonna, you know what I'm saying, start rocking with you just because you gotta hit them with one. No, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. Trust me, they don't care. The hate is just gonna be real. You can have a truce with people. I've had truces with people. I've completely removed myself from even seeing what other people, and I still get people that send me stuff like, yeah, man, you just got to live life, enjoy life, live and let live, and continue to rock out, family. Listen, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to hold me down. Thank you for continuing to be in my best interest. Stock Club tonight. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Teej Hanley, make sure you get that in the description. I'm out.